Sometimes the darkest shadows have the softest diffusions. Welcome, everyone, to Grey in the Dark, our Noir game here on Long Lost Lore. My name is Philip, and I'm the Noir Master, and I speak in weird enigmas that don't make any sense.
I don't know how, but I truly believe that was an attack on me somehow.
It really was not.
Gotta be.
It really was not.
Anything that has to do with black and white.
Yeah,
I see.
what else could it
That's
possibly
fair.
be?
That's fair. In that sense, in the sense that this isn't
whole
an
game
attack
is
on
an
you, but
attack
you
on
feel
you.
that it is. I guess it is an attack on you. In the sense that your feelings are more accurate than my intentions, this game is nothing but an attack on you. So yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Philip. I am the Noir Master of this game, which is what we call it because it's noir. Surrounding me with wonderful players. Catch you later, baby. Players.
Hello.
Hello, players.
All the other games
Hi,
I
baby.
host on this are full of these just like actors with daddy issues who just do what
That is a lot of your players.
just do what I say.
Look,
I say
I'm not even
I have
paid.
1 out of 2 of those.
I don't make any revenue from this stream, so I'm not gonna play along.
I
that
fully
far.
understand. They're just I will say
Yeah, there's
this,
no jump monkey
and
here.
it is just they are on that improv stage. They've paid to take this class, you know, unless they have an audition.
This class.
You know,
They say yes and we say no instead.
No, move on. Like,
no, period.
Yeah.
So, catch you later, baby. In any case, oh yeah, well, more stuff that you guys won't care about. Actually, some of you might care about this. So this is the adventure calendar from Cantrip Candles, which Pierce grabbed for me because he is a nice human, too nice, like suspiciously nice. But he got me this thing, which is a very cool like canvas advent calendar full of all sorts of stuff. We had a sticker. We had I think there's dice in here. There's little candles. So every day I am not reading out. There's like a story card on each one that kind of tells you the story of some dwarves who used to love a dragon. Oh, it's gonna be another candle today. That's exciting. So I'm just gonna open this real quick because I think the purpose of this is that I opened it on stream. That's what he told me. And who am I to say no when I get to open little goodies every day on stream? And we've started this before the official Advent season so that I would have time for, this is going to be exciting. So that I'd have time to open these all kind of before Christmas break hits. I will show, I should have done a zoom in on this. So here was chapter 4, which is kind of some kind of divine thing going on by a dwarf. Cleric, I'd imagine, which is fitting because today's tea light candle of a Cantrip candle is their delightful sanctuary scent, which I do recommend. It has like incense and it really smells like a cathedral or a chapel. It's really fun. Hello,
It's a
Sophia.
good smell.
Yes. So I recommend this one. It's a great one, and I'm going to burn it. Right next to me, you can see flame. If people care about flame,
Just don't burn down the house.
burning
Make sure
down the
you
house.
replace the batteries on your smoke detector, because you know what I hate? When I see streamers, I hear the smoke detector every 5 minutes.
Because they're burning stuff?
No, because
No,
they
the
just
battery.
refuse to replace
When
the
the low
battery.
battery-
It
and you
drives
hear
me insane, just like streaming or not. Like the
That
second I hear
too.
the beep, I'm tearing the damn thing down.
That
so
is
someone
because-
can take care of it.
The Venn diagram
it
of
drives you
streamers
crazy.
and people who don't know how to take care of themselves is a circle.
Streamers, people who don't know how to
What do
take
you?
care of
That feels like a personal attack on Kyla now.
I feel like
Yeah, I
that's.
know, right?
I think it's a personal attack on.
KJ, am I wrong?
No, I definitely can't take care of myself.
I mean, I think
Absolutely
I
not.
think it's by definition a personal attack on all of us
Yeah, we are all technically streamers.
because we're all here
I
streaming.
mean,
Well, welcome back, everyone. Anthony is not with us this week, but Mario is back. So we will get you caught up to speed for a good old Luminus to let you know what happened last week as we slowly waded back in with chapter 20.
Nothing
last
happened
week.
last week. We just harassed the poor mushroom lady for a week.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I would say that
That
is.
sounds like us.
So like a normal session. for
That's
us,
a
basically,
pretty accurate assessment. You
Have
all
fun with the fun guy.
you basically you upon arriving here in the Fairylands, you went upstairs. You found another one of those like trudge kind of strange fungal creatures, but this one was a little different than the one who is kind of works the door at the Sweet Feather Parlor. That one at the Sweet Feather Parlor. Do we ever tell you guys his name? The trudge of the door. His name is Linus, for the record. But this trudge is named Nuff, and he is the plant companion for a circle of horticulture druid, whose name was Dimer. Circle of horticulture druid, what a weird thing. Oh, I don't know, maybe it's something you can find in the Kickstarter book, Noir Confidential, that we are now entering final proofing on, baby. So
We're almost as good as segues as Linus Tech Tips.
you know. Yeah, try to always do the segue. I call me a tech startup company from the mid 2000s because I'm nothing but segues.
Reaching in deep now.
In any case, yes, our group
Was that hurt?
they met Nuff. They squeezed Nuff. They actually didn't. They squeezed past him, but we said they squeezed him. They kind of like spoke with Dimer a bit, and basically Dimer didn't seem thrilled that this portal from the material plane was now open. One person had passed through a few days ago, being Tashio, which she kind of tacitly confirmed, but she didn't love the prospect of this just being like an open thing. She's in the process of trying to build a garden, which she can do through her circle of horticulture shenanigans, her kind of like manicured, controlled gardening skills. But she sort of confirmed to you that this spot where you were was the former seat of power of an archfey, and it sort of is it's a natural reflection of the mission that used to be at this spot in the material plane that you came through. Whereas
So we're in a mission. We're not in somebody's house.
you were at the mission. You've now stepped out of the mission. You're just kind of like in this. You're sort of currently kind of in just the woods of the Fairylands that are near where the mission is, kind of in Million Oaks, in the material plane. She did confirm that if you go to Fini, which is the city that is the sort of the unlike this
analog.
mission, it is like San Termino, but Fini was like constructed to be a representation rather than a naturally occurring reflection. So too is the Firefly Express, which is a train that can take you there, and kind of extends out. And apparently, it's just giant-sized bugs on a track. And you guys said that sounds about right. But she kind of was a little like not super thrilled to chat with you about things until Dominic did what he does best. He pulled off O'Bottle's bar in a bottle from his back. He mixed her up a sweet, smoky sidecar. And between that sort of smoked, kind of that smoked orange peel and the orange liqueur and the brandy and the cognac, that actually swayed her to look on you favorably for a bit and sort of explain to you that, yes, Tashia did in fact go to the inversion point of the ttrpg ranch, which is exactly what Sha'Nehl was sort of suspicious of, because you knew that she had gone there in the other place. She went to this inverted kind of reflection of it, a naturally occurring inversion, an area called the Grove, or the Cryptwillow Grove, that is the domain of a hag named Angry Daisy Cryptwillow.
Now, that's just rude to call her that.
She...
What, Angry Daisy Crypto?
Which
Maybe
part of it
she's
is
really
the
angry.
rude part?
You just can't call her hag. She's just wizened in her years.
You know, I didn't write the monster manual. But I did
But
write
whoever
Noir.
did was a monster.
I did write much of Noir Confidential. Check it out when we release it in a couple. Shweeks!
I locked myself in a dungeon.
So
Finish the
anyway,
book.
Always
yeah,
plug
exactly.
Screamers.
So in any case, Dimer then sort of created her garden, showing off her horticulture skills. She issued you pretty serious warnings that if you go there, you should like really announce yourself and like not try to sneak into the Crypt Willow space. And with that, you guys kind of you guys freaked her out by talking about murders and federal agents following you, and then you proceeded into the Fairylands, and that is where we left off.
Of course, we talked about that in the open.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more like explaining who else might be coming through the thing, and it was largely
hopefully
done
not.
for comedic effect. Oh, Duchess Contessa does look a little different here. Her animation style is slightly more watercolor based. Kind of just little, I don't want to say higher end, but just kind of a little more, yeah.
Okay, now we have to go to the Shadowlands to find out if she becomes anime.
Oh no, we said it kind of looks like Miyazaki here, I think.
No, I'm
Yes.
saying now we have to go to the Shadowlands and see if you become anime there.
We don't have
Is
to
it
do
Miyazaki
anything.
anime?
She has lower frames,
She'll be in the Shadowlands. She's just a shadow.
thin outlines.
No, in the Shadowlands, it's like Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings animated series.
Oh,
Oh,
Please
it's
don't send me
a
that.
Ralph Bakshi film?
Or it's
It's
Or-
reboot.
or it's just literally a shadow puppet.
yeah, I'm into reboot. Let's go to reboot.
We're going 3D now.
So, as you all venture, that is our recap from last time. It was a shorter one, but also getting back in the swing of it. So, you all venture into the woods of the Fairylands. You suspect that from the mission, the ttrpg ranch is like kind of like a mile and a half, 2 miles or so, and you roughly know the way. And I will say that Sha'Nehl, with Sha'Nehl's like survival check, you have like a +7 or something, right, on survival.
Yep, I believe
So-
so, yes.
So I will say no roll is required for you to kind of understand the general direction. So as you all set off, you walk through a terrain that is more sort of full of life and growth than anything you've seen in the material plane, while still being a maybe KJ, cover your ears for a second. A black and white, colorless, joyless version of it's certainly the plant growth, like what Daimer had been doing. That was looking impressive. She was using a lot of mushrooms, and you do see a lot more mushrooms, kind of wild mushrooms growing here and there throughout the Fairylands. But for the most part, it seems to be maybe a little healthier in terms of plant growth here. This realm is just maybe adapting to the lack of color more robustly. At the same time, though, there is a weird energy. There is kind of a disquiet. You can the way that you can feel emotions more strongly when you're in the Fairylands. And I doubt any of these characters have ever actually been to the Fairylands. So I will say that Scrakk could easily explain to you with his plus 12,000 to Arcana that in the Fairylands typically it's supposed to be a realm of emotion. But right now, it's rather than kind of like playing up your various emotions, it's more that you just kind of feel like an unease, like an agitation, a sort of. It's just odd here. It's just everything feels not quite right, probably because the color's been drained. But you make your way through. Anyone doing anything specific? Any specific sort of desires for how you do this, or are you guys just heading on down?
It's in walking distance, right? This grove.
It's about
Alright.
2 miles.
2 miles?
Yeah,
That's
two.
not bad.
2.
What is 2 miles in the Fairylands? Is that like 3 days travel, or like 30 seconds?
What if
or
they
is it
operate
still
on
like
Imperial?
actually 2-3 miles?
Scrakk suggests that it's probably not going to be a radical difference in time for such a short sort of physical difference.
I tried asking Leopold the question. He is still busy, like, going, "Oh, this is fascinating! Wow, look at these plants!" So he's not very much help. So I am staying in front for now.
So nothing's
Sure.
changed.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, you know, why don't we travel 3 point whatever kilometers, miles?
It is hard to teach an old man making tricks.
Understandable. Well, if you guys are simply proceeding, kind of with Sha'Nehl just giving you, you know, basic guidance.
Sure.
As
Walk
you,
along.
you've probably been walking about, like, you know, 10, 15 minutes, you suspect. Maybe you're halfway through. You're probably keeping out of the thickest forested areas, instead kind of sort of heading to the open spaces that you remembered from Million Oaks. But there were a Million Oaks there, so, you know. But as you're making your way through, you hear a voice say, "Hey friends, are you all lost, or do you know where you're going?"
Where is this voice coming from?
Make a
Looking
Is it a frog with a
perception
banjo?
check, Leah.
Frog.
Sure, yeah. I'll do it.
I'll also make a perception check.
Start singing.
Sure.
That is a 21.
21, Leo, you kind of you look over where it's coming from and you see nothing, but when you look down, there is a toadstool about, 8 inches tall. Its cap sort of stuck back and there's a face on it. It's just kind of like, hey ya. Hey
You have
friends.
a blue vest.
No vest or anything. No clothing. It's just it's a face on the stalk that goes into the ground.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I feel the need to go, Mushroom Kingdom, here we
Oh,
come.
God.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for that movie. You don't understand.
Really should have realized that it was going to be this group who would go to this, as opposed to we've met these. I met these creatures.
Do
in our-
you yield?
We met
this?
these creatures in our dragon game once, and no one referenced Mario Brothers.
Anyway.
We are, I think, collectively the dorkiest or nerdiest of
Yeah,
your
we're
playing
the
groups. So.
gamers of the crew.
The gamers.
And Vanda.
Hey, I'm dorky. I'm not a gamer, but I can still be dorky.
No, that's what I mean. It's like we're all gamers and Vanda.
Vanda plays Diablo. She counts.
These are
Okay,
blood
she
blooded
counts. She
fire.
played the OG Diablo and
Yeah.
loved it. Okay.
And I
Anyway.
play Rage Shadow Legends.
Speaking of today's
start that
sponsor.
sponsor, Philip. There you go.
God, I wish that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Hey,
Further
hey,
confirming
Jet
everything.
plays it
Jet
too.
about
It
that,
cannot
yeah.
be bad.
That's true, yeah.
Jed's Deadwood Jedi. This whole thing.
Yeah, he's a big man in there.
Anyway, what is
Yeah.
it? I'm gonna talk to this thing and say, yes, we know where we're going. Probably.
Oh, okay. Well,
We are going
Haven't
to the grove.
oh, are you? Wow, cool. The farmers market too, or just the Grove?
The Grove.
There is a farmer's market?
Oh yeah,
In
well
the
it's right
Grove?
next to it. A lot of the stuff, you have to be careful which one you park at. Never mind. The point being,
What's your name, kind
Oh,
stranger?
no.
What's your name?
my name is my name. Ooh. Well,
Does the DM need
Is
a
that like a touchy subject here? Where did it...
no, I just ever since I grew this morning, I hadn't really thought if I had a name.
Oh, so that is the situation.
Ooh,
Alright, cool.
boy. Oh man, I gotta be careful about this. My name is Cloud.
You just looked at the first thing you saw and called yourself it.
I did not. It was the third thing I saw.
Would you
Alright.
like us to give you a name? Or are you settled?
My name's Cloud. No, you don't. Never mind. Carry on. You're fine.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Cloud. We are going to head, I think, to the Grove now. Unless there is something you wanted to ask of us.
I'm going to give this tiny little toad a gigantic, relative to his size, Buster sword to hang on to.
You hand him a.
These are references.
a-
These are references
What's a
that Phil
Buster
will not
sword?
understand.
What is
It's
It is-
it's the
It's a big
the
ass
sword
Wielded by
sword.
a
You know
character
Cloud from
named
Final
Cloud and a
Fantasy?
famous.
No, he doesn't.
I do know who Cloud is. Final Fantasy.
Okay, he
His
does.
big ass
Yes.
sword is the Buster Sword.
Should I lean into this? Is today's game just nothing but video game references that I don't intend?
Oh my god, is the Feywild just the Mushroom Kingdom?
You just
But, like,
you
for all video
okay.
games?
So all right. Anyway,
Some extensive rewrites are needed now.
Okay, that means Duchess is now an Illuminations character. So basically,
Are we gonna meet the minions?
No, I've already like planned out things she can do based on Miyazaki. We can't change that now.
All right.
he
No
looks
more
down at
retcons.
this. He looks down at the sword you've left, and then he's just kind of like, "What? Huh? I don't even have arms or legs."
If I had
Why-
time, I could make you a nice little yellow wig that is very spiky.
It's fine. My name's Cloud. I don't.
What?
It's fine.
What's
Have
yellow?
a good day. He sort of like half rotates himself and just looks in a different direction. He seems done with all of you.
The next mushroom
I mean,
is going
fair.
to be named Squall, isn't it?
No.
Oh god.
I don't know what. I don't even.
Don't start.
This is.
I mean, I'm gonna have little trinkets for every one of these things, so we
Let's
can do
see.
that.
The next mushroom's name will be something called Valorant. I think. Is that a thing I'm gonna say?
Never mind, I won't have anything for that.
Hello, I'm a mushroom man. My name is
Yeah.
Rain Shadow Legend.
League of.
We're just gonna
Legends?
have them have Wikipedia open for current
No.
games or
I'll
something
go,
like that.
I'll go
Get
my
references.
way.
What are you playing these days?
The next.
What are the youths playing?
The next thing you'll find is a weeping willow tree called Mine S. Weeper. It's just trying to click in lots of ways. All right, so the point
Yeah,
is,
but click wrong and they'll blow.
Cloud seems to no longer want to talk to you and be very confused about
Fair.
this this sword you've left him. But if you guys are carrying on,
I don't think the sword will stay forever because
no,
it's just part of my life.
it's one of your.
Yeah.
It's an
It'll
animated
disappear.
sword. He's just kind of staring at, like, what is this? But as you guys kind of venture a little further, I'm gonna do this. I guess I'll do this. I'll roll. You go. That's a natural 20. That's amazing. So as you guys carry on through the fairylands, kind of this odd disquiet. You're Sha'Nehl. You're assuming that you're probably about halfway, maybe a little further. As you're sort of looking around, none of you sort of are paying sort of the fullest of attention, and it is at this point that you all hear a tremendous kind of like bouncing, the sound of leaves being tumbled, sort of coming through the brush, and out of nowhere, a 10-foot tall, or 10-foot wide, because it's rolling barrel, comes just careening out of
Oh,
the
Donkey
woods.
Kong,
Can
sweet.
Yeah,
you
is there a
all-
gigantic like gorilla nearby?
In the distance, well, we'll get to that in a moment. I need everyone
Is
to
there a
make
star on the top of the-
dexterity saving throw to
Okay.
try to jump over this barrel or just get out of its way.
Awesome.
God.
17.
I don't remember if I'm good at this.
15.
Phil, I rolled a natural 13. Does that
That doesn't
Do
do
anything?
anything here, unfortunately for me.
Damn it. Then it's a 16.
And I appreciate the attempt, but yeah.
5.
5 for Luminus. Oh, you know.
Dex
it.
saving.
Dexterity save, yes.
I'm thinking
All right,
like
that is a. Yes. No. Sorry. 13.
13.
Yes.
What's the number to beat?
So the number to beat here, my friends, is I'm going by what the thing is. The number to beat here is 17.
Hey, I got
Oh,
it.
God.
Ooh.
I failed.
Okay.
Tune
So
down. Tune down.
anyone who failed.
Yeah, both of us.
So who succeeded? Who failed? Of you all?
Succeed.
Ella failed.
Okay.
I think just Dominic
Duchess and-
and Sha'Nehl.
Dominic and Sha'Nehl succeeded.
Succeeded. Everybody else
Succeeded.
failed. All right. So,
Yeah.
that's a lot of 6s.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh boy.
So as this thing,
Quick reminder,
my
we're
max
only
health
level
again?
4.
I know you
What's
are.
my max health again?
I know you
Oh,
are.
God.
Yeah, what is it? But it's I mean it'll be a bit of a hit here. As you guys just careening out of the woods is this barrel. So basically everyone except Dominic and Sha'Nehl take 21 points of damage.
Oh,
I
you
have
are
1 hit point left.
Knocked down.
That's so
And this
cool.
barrel explodes in you. Dom and Sha'Nehl, as the two of you
I have 6 HP.
as the two of
Me
you
too.
leap
What?
out of the way. Well, you shouldn't have told me video games. As the two of you leap out of the way, as Sha'Nehl and Dominic, you both take 10.
You still take 10? Ah, damn
Yeah.
it.
Unless you have
damage,
evasion.
baby.
No, I'm sorry. Is 10 a whole lot?
That's
are
one
you like? Are you in trouble at the moment?
Yes!
By the 10 damage?
Are you
Um,
barely breathing?
Yes!
It is at
Duchess
this
says
point
this while being flat on the ground.
that you
So
notice the
if we-
trees
if we
shaking.
eat a mushroom, do we get
Dunes get
back?
flattened all the time.
I
If we
can't.
go back,
I cannot
My
speak to
choice.
that, but I will say that at this moment, as you guys are like dazed by getting struck by this, and this barrel is just
I
falling
do want to
apart.
say Duchess is completely flat, like as if she were 2D.
Understood. Yes, that
Yes,
absolutely
yes.
she should be. Well, Duchess, if you want to, you can take no damage and be stunned until the beginning of your next turn. You can see little birdies around your head.
That is true.
And this is an amount of damage where that might make sense. You just gotta hope that
Yeah.
nothing kills you while you're stunned. You
In the
know?
next turn, yeah. Let's give it a fucking shot.
All right, so Duchess, you
Oh my
take
God.
so Duchess takes so Luminus, you get wrecked by this thing, and you look at Duchess, and you literally see
Me
like
too.
an extremely phallic bump come out of the top of her head.
Did you have to say it?
Why does it have to be
Well,
phallic?
because they're always phallic in the cartoons. It's weird. And
Yeah,
birdies are flying around,
it's true.
but they are beautiful, like Miyazaki kind of like sparrows or something. And she's just there
They're
stunned until the beginning. of the
Animated
next
on
turn.
twos.
But
Yeah.
the rest of you looking around hear pounding footsteps
oh, a gorilla.
and a massive, like 20-foot tall shape is emerging from the things. A giant ape, in fact.
Oh,
But
fucking hell.
this giant ape, though kind of looking like feral and strange, is wearing a necktie.
I fucking hate
course.
you.
Fucking.
We brought this on
Um,
ourselves, guys. We did this to ourselves.
I blame
I
you,
didn't even
Peter.
say anything.
I
You know,
didn't
it's on
say
like Donkey
anything.
Kong, come
What
on.
am I
Peter.
supposed to do? There's literally nothing else in my head. That's why I can't take care of myself. I have nothing but video game references in my fucking head.
So you were saying there's a business ape coming towards us.
Business ape.
You know what, Leo? In the context of this, and for any sort of Disneyland fans, what he really seems like is a dapper ape.
Ah.
But, he emerges and basically pounds on his chest. So I'm putting the King Kong in Donkey Kong here, and at this point, let us roll initiative.
Come on,
Oh,
what's the big
motherfucker.
deal? We were just
Jesus
walking here.
Christ.
Yeah, but it's fucking.
So when does my stun end? Like I'll roll initiative, but what does my stun end?
I believe it will be at the end of your next turn. Let's look. Roll initiative because we'll know where you go in the thing.
Yeah.
It may be.
Good start for my day.
You're like, it's all coming up roses.
Yeah.
Until the end of your, so the end of your next turn. So basically, we'll get to your turn. You'll be stunned through it, but then you're fine. All right, friends and neighbors. What did anybody roll over a 20? Did anybody roll over
No.
a 15 or higher?
15.
Is it dexterity or intelligence in this game?
It is dexterity, and your sheet already has a different thing applied to. So just look at what it says on the sheet, because it'll be higher than just dex.
I'm trying to find it.
It's right up next to your armor class.
Yeah, it's up at the top.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
So Duchess is 15. Anybody else over 15? Nope.
Oh.
Well, she's like drawn to be at least 25, but she's probably only like a year old realistically.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I see what you did there.
Got us there. Okay. Anybody over 10?
Me, it's either 12 or 13.
Okay.
Keep on going lower.
I'm not sure because the dex modifier is 3, but the initiative says.
Use the initiative bonus.
Okay.
Because it's different from your decks. Because of Explorer shenanigans, I
Explorer shenanigans.
Oh, there shouldn't be more then.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, we're only level 4, so probably not.
No, it already is. The Explorers get that, I think, at a second level. Hold on. Sha'Nehl Explorer. Oh.
Bug?
No, that is weird. I am sorry. Yes, it should be for you. It should be a +7.
Ooh,
Fucking
okay.
hell.
It's 17.
Well, now I feel robbed.
You're like, why did I tell him? I should get that. Plus this.
Should have been me. It should
How
have been me.
dare
There we go. Okay,
That
there
me,
you go.
not him.
that should be what it is. All right, so a 17 for Sha'Nehl. Then what are the rest of you? My God.
Nat 1 + 2.
So Dominic's
8.
3.
6.
6 for Luminus, and an 8 for Leo.
8 for Leo.
Okay, cool. Wow. All right, so Sha'Nehl, you are up first.
Okay, I'll run over to Duchess
Okay.
and grab her. Like she's probably, I don't know how I grab, but I grab that flat thing and try to.
No.
You stretch her
I
out.
didn't
Make
get
it like
rolled, I
a-
Oh,
just got
she didn't get
stunned,
rolled
so,
over. She
yeah.
used her stun
okay.
effect, so she's just standing
I just
there.
have
I'm just
a
yeah.
penis on my head and birds around it.
Try to get her out of the way as far as away from the action so she doesn't get flattened.
Understood. You can move half your movement speed, sort of like pulling her with you. So yeah, you can
Okay.
you can get 20 feet out of the way. Are you just continuing down the road? Are you going backwards? Where are you heading?
Oh gosh, map would be nice.
I mean, you were walking on a road. It's coming at you from the side, so you can either run away from
Oh,
it.
it's coming from the side.
It's coming from
I'm
the
going
side
back-
of it. Yeah, it came
Oh,
out
okay,
of the
continuing
forest.
down the road.
Continuing down the
towards
road. Okay, so you go another 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull Duchess another 20 feet down the way. Duchess, you actually come next in initiative, and you are no longer
But I'm stunned,
stunned.
right?
So at the end of your turn, you're not stunned. So the good news is
Oh,
now
I can't do anything.
you can't do anything, but at the end of this turn, now attacks that come at you will not.
I can do something. Okay.
An attack, well, and it won't be an attack against you. Will not be what's it called?
Crit.
Like critical hit because you're stunned.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, but now it is the time of this ape. I really want his name to be Askong, but it won't be. That's another name for donkey. But the ape just kind of like will glance around. I'm gonna make a roll to see if he can find another barrel. He cannot. So
Oh,
instead,
I'm glad he doesn't just manifest them.
so instead he'll just kind of like run over and
Well, at least you don't have to climb up.
he'll
Like
run
meters
over
to
to
get
the
there.
group. He'll eye all of you. I'll do evens. But he Sha'Nehl, he seems to be he's kind of bounding after you and Duchess.
Mm-hmm.
And he has pretty good movement here, so I'll say he's able to reach you, and his reach is 10 feet, so he kind of gets in charge. And we'll say even Sha'Nehl Duchess. It's an even. So Sha'Nehl, you being this beautiful mannequin, he reaches out to grab
My
you
God.
because he's going to try to carry you off with him.
Why not Duchess?
I-
She is the spec spot.
He
First of all, thank you for acknowledging that I was the right choice in that.
But you graciously bow out.
Yeah. Second of
Sha'Nehl,
all, he chose you. Please accept the honor respectfully.
Sha'Nehl, please make an athletics roll or acrobatics
Acrobatics.
to try to
Okay.
get out of his.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a 4 plus whatever.
Is this what we get when we make references that Philip doesn't
It's
understand?
9 complete.
Hey, Donkey Kong's
I
old.
think your acrobatics
No,
is
the
a
fuck
plus
up
three.
Tracy understood
Oh,
every
7.
single reference.
So it's a
Yeah.
7 altogether.
All right, so 7. So Sha'Nehl, this being, grabs you and picks you up, and then sort of he's used all his movement, but he then turns around, and as he looks at you, this kind of like giant ape just kind of straightens his tie. Cool. Leo, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna
Does anybody have a
channel
banana?
one who cast.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch back to Leopold. Oh dear.
Mother of fuck.
And I'm going to run over to Luminus and cast Cure Wounds on him.
On
Oh,
Luminus.
thank you, good sir.
Yes. It's second level, so that's a 2d8 plus my charisma.
A very kind thing to do. And while that is
Yes.
going down,
Your
Luminus is
charisma modifier has got to be -10. I mean,
It is +4.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
likable.
I'm a
little dude.
charisma caster.
Ow.
That is magic. So,
Back in my day, I was a
at
hit
this
with the
point,
ladies.
Luminus, it is your turn, and you have a few hit points back. So way to go.
16 hit points back.
Hey!
6 and 6 plus.
Hey, hold on. Let me actually mark that down.
It's no longer the worst thing.
Yeah, I am no longer on the verge of death. Are there any bananas in the vicinity?
I mean, I can grab a tune one out of one of my pockets and
Make a perception roll, Luminus.
Alright, well, let's see how this is going for me. Alright, that's not too bad. Bonus is 17.
17. You don't see any bananas, but you do see some like banana-shaped sort of leaves and things like that in the forest that he came from.
they're just plantains.
But yeah, effectively. Wait a minute. Actually, I'm gonna maybe walk that back. Yes. In fact, you notice that the barrel that he threw of you is full of like rotten bananas.
Rotten.
Shoot, no, that wouldn't be anything. I would not have food on me. Can I see where he's running to, or like
He seems
the
to be
direction
carrying.
came from?
He came out of the woods, kind of like perpendicular to you guys, threw a barrel at you. He's picked up a woman and he's running back to the woods.
I will run in front of him
Okay.
and just. So he has Sha'Nehl in his arms, right?
In one hand, he's huge.
Okay. Just to try, I will attempt to just like communicate, just like gesturing, like put her down, like ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, do, moo, moo.
Okay. Make
How
it
dare
a,
you.
In perfect fucking English, she's gonna respond to you.
Audacity.
Yeah.
I say.
Oh God, I hope he does.
You do that. Okay. Go ahead
To
and
try to get her to at least stop her. Something.
I guess that. Well, I'm not even sure what that would be. Intimidate. I guess make an intimidate roll.
Shit, I don't have intimidate. Awesome.
I mean, I guess you could do persuasion, but it's I think the energy of that's not quite the thing. But if you'd rather do persuasion, you can.
Okay, good. I have a +4 to persuasion.
Okay, give a persuasion. Try a persuasion.
16.
16. Okay. That he is looking at you, but he doesn't seem swayed by what you're saying so much as like he doesn't seem offended, but there's definitely a degree of like, what? Like, wait, what? Are you for real? Is this really? Wow. Okay, Dom, it's your turn. Dominic.
So while Luminus is trying to take the diplomatic option, I'm just gonna run up to him and just sock him in the stomach.
Okay.
Hit him
Diplomacy
in the
has failed.
Anger
Hit
the
him
girl.
where it hurts.
Has it though? Has it?
Crit.
He's barely given a
Crit.
chance.
Yeah.
Go for it.
6 plus 3 is 9 plus what is my was it dex? Just plus
I
two,
think it's
so-
strength for these.
Strength?
Yeah.
Then either way it's the same, so 9 plus 2, which is 11. Right? We haven't done combat in the long ass time.
So
so I
what's
forget.
Yeah,
your
in a very, very long
what is your damage die for unarmed strikes?
A d6 for
Okay.
unarmed because I'm a gumshoe.
So you roll that and add your strength modifier.
Yeah, I did 2d6 plus strength modifier. So yeah, that is
Oh,
indeed.
I'm so sorry. 2d in for crits, it is 6 plus 1d6. One's automatically maxed.
Oh yeah, that's how we're doing crits on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So just
Well
roll
then.
1d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
For
One
crits,
max
you
die, then
automatically
roll one
max
extra
for the
die.
first
Oh,
one.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, lose 1 damage. Thanks. 6 plus 2 plus 8 is 10 damage. There we go.
You would have done more. Oh, we'll do 11. That's fine.
Whatever.
Okay. 11 damage. Cool. You've punched him. He's.
All right. I don't know what the hell this is all about, but we were just walking here, man. Why'd you have to go throw a...
walking here.
Sha'Nehl, it's
We're
your
walking
turn.
here.
Yeah.
Why you go throw a barrel at us?
Sha'Nehl, it is your
And
turn.
yeah. There we
My
go.
turn?
Yes.
Okay, as an action, I'm gonna use my wardrobe change.
Okay.
And I put on a silvery, shimmery, silver white dress. And my hair changes long platinum.
Okay.
And then I scream and then I flail my limbs. And
Yeah, she's going the movie reference, not the video game reference.
You can still take action.
no, that was my
Wow.
action.
That's her trying to escape the grapple. That was her
Yeah.
action. So
I
trying to
am
escape
going
the...
straight King Kong. This is King
that's
Kong.
Her
It's
wardrobe
something
changes
that
to do
feel
it.
under.
You know what?
Okay.
It's also
Sure.
maybe it would have been a maroon dress, but since there's no color, it just looks like that.
No, I looked
Um,
it up. It's very light colored, so it must be something white or
I'm
silver.
trying to help the video game nerds to have you be Pauline, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you'll sing a song about Let's Do the Odyssey. Okay. So in any case, he kind of like looks at you, and he actually looks back, and he's like,
And I'm like,
Duchess, your turn.
Yeah, okay. Have we actually hit this monkey? Like
Dominic
Once
did 11
I
points
have.
of damage with a crit.
11 points. Okay, so it's not even looking bad yet or anything. Okay,
No, so
It's a
so
pretty
far
big
people have
gorilla.
used their actions to heal their friends. Aside from Dominic, actions have been used to heal an injured party member, to try to persuade the gorilla to drop their friend, or to make themselves, or those captured by the gorilla, have made themselves more appealing.
appealing.
Then I
She
went
might as
and
well have
ruined
gotten
diplomacy.
dressed
I'm
in
just
banana costume.
method acting. I'm
I get it.
into the role.
I get it.
I do want to try throwing out a banana.
So you pull out a banana. All right.
Giant banana.
I guess before I throw it, I just want to like hold it and see if he's like interested at all.
I'll tell you what. I'd like you to make a magic paint roll. So that's like your magic paint attack modifier. Probably a +5 or a +6 for you.
Yes. 19.
Okay, because of Luminus's like decent sort of like persuasiveness and distraction, I'm gonna give him a disadvantage on an attempt to sort of like not be tempted by that.
Okay.
Wow. I'm sure his wisdom's
Then-
bad, but I just rolled 2 very high numbers. His wisdom's a +1. He looks at it, and he's like, ugh, but then he looks at the girl in his hand. In any case, it is now his turn. Is that a bonus action for you to pull those out, or an action for you to make an object with your I've got just the thing.
It doesn't. I didn't put it on my spreadsheet. It just says it lasts 10 minutes.
Gotcha. I'll check real quick. Because you might still have like a, you might still have
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm a half orc, so I get an extra damage dice.
on a
Oh,
crit.
Crit.
On a crit, yeah.
Roll another d6 then. Duchess.
6.
6 more. All right.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
stonks.
Duchess. It does take your action to do that.
Okay, no problem.
So you've created that. He seems intrigued by it. You know what? You're standing right next to him, aren't you?
Where? Oh yeah, I guess if he.
Because he came and he didn't have movement to get back, so he's there. So here's what he's gonna do.
He's gonna grab her too.
He is going to try to grab the banana. Are you keeping the banana, or are you letting him take the banana?
I guess I would not let him take it, and I'd say, nope, it's a trade. Put her down, and you can have the banana.
Understood. He's gonna shrug and try to take it from you. So
All right,
you
we'll
have
try to
advantage
bring it
on
on.
an acrobatics check as he's just trying to lunge and grab it. You have advantage because you're the one holding it and you're small and you're whatever.
Acrobatics.
And you're whatever.
Cool. 18.
18 beats his 16, so he swats
Yeah,
for it
fucking
once,
right it does.
but he does get to try it twice, so you can do it again. He's using his
Do I still have
action.
advantage?
You still have advantage. That's fine because you're smaller and holding it. But he's using his action to do, so he might as well take both of his swings.
That is 23.
23 beats his 18. So, he has a +9 to those. He rolled
I only have a +4.
yeah, he rolled a
Is this the giant ape stats?
6 and an 8. Yeah, it's a giant ape. It's a giant ape.
Ah.
So he was swiping at it and he couldn't do it, and he just goes, and then he is going to run away towards the woods, 40 feet back to the tree line, carrying Sha'Nehl along the way. Duchess and Dominic, you get op attacks, and I'll even say Luminus, you could take an op attack because he'll probably pass right by you since you did get in front of him.
Can my op attack be a grapple, not to stop him, but like because he's a freaking
You're
giant
just
ape, to,
dragging
like
him
hang
along.
on to him?
Oh, can your op attack be a grapple to cling?
Yeah, to cling on to
Sure.
because I know I'm not
that's
stopping.
fine.
I want to do just regular animated attack, but I'm a fight barrel with barrel. I want to roll a barrel a la bowling ball style at him.
I'll allow
But
it
it's
in the
a toon barrel with like her kiss on it.
I'll allow it in the sense that you'll be hitting him in melee with it. You'll have to do it right as he leaves, but absolutely make your barrel attack roll. Dominic, you can make your roll.
Barrel roll.
Am I
God
just rolling-
Hey,
I hate
do
this
a
shit.
barrel roll. Actually, yeah, you hear who is it?
Hey, it's still Nintendo. It's
Which
still
who's
Nintendo.
the one who says do a barrel roll? Is it
Peppy.
It's Peppy,
the
it's
rabbit?
yeah.
So there
bunny,
is
yes.
there is a rabbit sitting on the side of the road going,
Oh,
do a barrel roll.
I got a 16.
What am I rolling to cling on to him?
A grapple, so it's just athletics.
17 on my attack.
Those both hit, so roll your damage. Because
Okay.
he has a 12 AC on account of something. What did you roll for your
5.
Your 5 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
9 damage.
Athletics, that's a -1, so that's 14.
Alright, well, he gets a +9, so I roll a 13.
She would have done the barrel roll though. It would have been like Fred Flintstone bowling style,
Oh,
like
understood.
with the
yeah.
little
Did-
details.
Yeah. So as you sort of hit him as he leaves your reach.
Not even close to beat up, right? Because giant apes are pretty sturdy.
He's not really close to beat up, no. The others attack him.
What I want to know is what was going to attack us if we hadn't started doing the video game
so
references.
as
What
you-
did this replace?
As you sort of like try to
Nothing
get
was.
Luminus, you try to cling to his fur on his legs, but he's just like too. It's just like too like wet. It's kind of gross. Yeah. So you just kind of fall off,
He
and
just
he
came out of the forest.
he
So.
bounds, having been punched a few times and hit with a barrel. He's carrying Sha'Nehl
fuck.
with him into the forest. His turn ends with him at the tree line, kind of just disappearing in between. But he's not hard to see. This massive, bulk
He's a big boy.
of him. But that
For you.
ends his turn. Leo, it is your turn.
Oh dear, well, this seems like a bit of a predicament. I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter, which I gained from my One Who Cast feature.
Okay.
So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
He does get a +1, guys. So he's got this in the bag. Say, be a
Is it a
19
nat 20?
for my friend.
Oh, come on.
Motherfucker!
Hey man, it's on like Donkey Kong.
That was my whole thing. So I'm
That's
just
it.
going to run
have
after
no
him.
backup.
He will grunt at you in response to you sort of like casting that spell, like trying to do that. And he grunts with this sort of and because you are in the Feywild and there's kind of this weird kind of mystical connection with nature, several like various like fireflies and dandelion petals form sort of in front of him and spell out subtitles of what his grunts meant. And what they say is, there's nothing funny about true love. Luminus, it's your turn.
I'm
Oh
running
god,
after
okay.
Also,
So how far away is he now?
Since you had already used some movement to kind of get to where he had been, he is only 20 feet from you.
20 feet.
Leo, you're still like, even with your movement, you'll be like, maybe 10, 20 feet from him. Because Luminus, after you cured him, he moved to get in front of the guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So wait, there's nothing funny about true love? That's what he said?
Apparently that's what he said. According to subtitles that were created by bugs and flowers.
Anything?
I forgot
That's
about
really
this
cool.
game.
I
Yeah.
haven't So Sha'Nehl's willingly being taken.
Seemingly
I
But
wasn't
so.
willing, but I'm playing along.
Trying to see if I have any. I'll just. You know what? I will just chase after him. Like I'm not. I can see the direction he's running, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right, so I will then dash to just like get ahead.
You'll get a little bit ahead so that you can kind of keep an eye on him and see where he's going. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
keep pace. And...
Perfect. Okay, yeah, with you, you can do 60 feet to kind of just move past. You're just going into the underbrush here. Perfect. Dominic. He ran 40 feet from you. Because he's fast.
I was sort of feeling like, well, that's one problem that's out of our hair now.
Oh, well.
But,
Sha'Nehl?
now
Hey,
Luminus is going
hey,
after them, and
hey.
he's my employee, so...
That's what I assumed. He was like, "What problem's leaving?" Like,
That's solved. Well, the Sha'Nehl problem just solved itself.
yeah, like okay.
Alright, I'm walking
Next-
along.
Next strategy is to try and make Leo more enticing so he comes.
Alright, I'm going along,
I was
following
40
after
years
this
young,
giant
alright.
ape.
Dominic will also rush after Sha'Nehl. It is now your turn. You also are you going to dash and kind of get ahead of him the way Luminus is?
No, I won't use my full movement. I'm just gonna leisurely pace along after this guy.
Sha'Nehl?
I'm doing another wardrobe change.
Okay.
Now I'm wearing an alligator suit, like an alligator costume, like a football game type of thing. Big foam.
Uh-huh. Like as in you look like King K. Rool?
I'm not like a minion.
That's what,
But you said it's an alligator suit, right?
Yeah, alligator suit.
Okay. Upon seeing you in an alligator suit,
What could go wrong?
he's running and like, and he kind of glances at you and he does like a double take as he sees an alligator in his hand, which is Donkey Kong's nemesis, as King K. Rool, right?
yes.
Yep.
So
Correct.
he in fear, he instinctively goes, ah! And he is going to throw you, Sha'Nehl.
All right.
So you have two options here. One, you can try to cling to his hand so you don't get thrown across the jungle, or two, you can get thrown and just use dexterity to like hold on to some, to like land or grab onto a tree or something.
Can I try to use my whip
Ooh,
in that?
your whip probably was not in. You hadn't said your whip is in your hand already, so it's hard to do as a reaction like this. But let's go ahead and I'll let you roll a whip attack roll, but it's at disadvantage. But you can
Okay.
so you can either roll a dex check to try to grab a hold of something, knowing that you might take some damage just from slamming into a tree, even a success. Or you can roll a whip roll at disadvantage, but on a success, you're gravy. You're fine.
But on a fail, I'm pancake, right?
On a failure with a whip roll, you're probably in some trouble. Yeah, you're gonna go sailing.
I'll just do the dex.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So dexterity saving throw, right?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
18. And I rolled another 13.
Another 13. With an 18. Oh yeah, and that's a tiny amount. You'll manage to like you see a tree coming and you maybe bounce off one thing, but you're able to kind of wrap yourself around a tree and kind of scoot around the side so he doesn't hear you and see you anymore. You take 3 points of damage. But with that, it's not his turn. He sort of technically, Duchess, you got a turn in there before he threw her, but
So technically, or do I?
actually no, he threw her as a reaction. Duchess, it's your turn.
There we go.
Okay. Would doing a really loud whistle be a bonus action?
That's fine for you.
Okay. I wanted to use my mutable form, and I want to basically just look like him in a wig, bow, big ol' eyelashes.
Make an insight roll real quick, Duchess. Actually, what is your perception modifier?
+4.
4. Okay, make an insight.
Is he not into other monkeys?
It's not about. It's more just like, let's see how much you
Lady
can tell about
monkeys?
what just happened.
15.
You don't have a good view, but you see something moved. You think Sha'Nehl might have gotten away, so you can bring him back. If you succeed at what you're trying to do, it will probably bring him back.
Okay, well then I will. Maybe I won't do that then.
Yeah. It is. It depends. Like, what is it? What are you trying to do? What is Duchess?
Well,
What is?
if we're just gonna let him go, if Sha'Nehl's out of his grasp, then that's fine. But if we're gonna try and like take him down for impugning our honor or whatever,
I'll say with the rolls you've made, you suspect something just changed, and you think he doesn't have Sha'Nehl anymore.
Okay. In that case, can I? Is she still like flying through the air? Is she still like
With your
in the
14,
act of being chucked?
with your 14 perception, it's in the forest, so you can't totally see, but you don't see her in his hand any longer.
Okay, so she's not like flying at us.
No, I'm flying sideways.
No, yeah.
Okay.
He threw her in. He just threw her like. He didn't throw her behind. He threw her. Yeah.
Okay, then I will not do anything, I guess.
Okay. The ape will use his action to just run, and kind of, but he's like running and he's doing this a lot. He just moves off. Dominic or Luminus, you could take an attack of opportunity on him if you wanted to.
I will try to cling on to him again.
Make a grapple roll.
Please don't succeed.
I'm gonna say he doesn't see you, so I'll give him disadvantage. Oh.
That's
No, he's slimy or something, so.
well,
Don't say it
19
again.
minus 1, so that's an 18.
An 18. I rolled a 15 and an 8. He has a +9, so this is 17. So Luminus, you do cling to his leg.
Is he running toward the grove?
You do not believe he's running to the grove. No, for direction he's going to be going to this. Like, you guys were heading to the grove, and he's now heading.
So yeah, so as the boss here, I'm seeing, oh, good, our problem is solved. Then I see the Luminous clinging onto the Donkey Kong's leg as it's being dragged away. I'm going, oh, god damn it.
All right. So that is Luminous's turn. Or that is the ape's turn. Leo, it is your turn.
Oh dear.
No.
What do I do with this situation?
What's your
This
passive
is what
perception?
I believe it's 13.
You don't. You actually probably have not seen that Luminous just grabbed onto him. I think from you'd been a little closer, you saw Sha'Nehl get thrown, and you can still see Dom, but you don't see Luminous at this point, so you're probably unaware of that element of it.
Oh, well, then I'll go and check on Sha'Nehl. Make sure she's
Understood.
okay.
You can kind of you'll probably have to use movement, maybe to dash, to just kind of move through the brush, and Sha'Nehl's kind of up a tree.
Oh, dear, Sha'Nehl, are you-
But you see her, yeah.
Are you alright? Are all your limbs still there, or should I start looking?
Yes. Can you please scan my limbs? Why do I sound like you?
It's contagious.
I mean, you guys always sounded alike to me. I don't know.
Great. Luminus, you're clinging to this thing as he walks through the stuff. As the mannequins engage in terror, you are clinging to the leg of Askong.
Stop. Why?
So, Luminus, what are you doing?
Do I
Just
see,
notice
like-
that nobody's behind him anymore.
Luminus has you have like a is your passive like 16, Luminus? That's perception.
Oh, hold on. It's been
I think
while.
yours is pretty high.
It's actually 18 now.
18. Yes, Luminus, you have a sense that you've grabbed hold of this and you've kind of looked back like, all right, guys, and then you see like Sha'Nehl like in a tree over there in a alligator costume, and Leo's kind of going there, and you're kind of moving on these like boom, whoa, 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 and you're like, oh, okay, no one's come. I'm now 40. I'm now 80 feet from them because he's basically dashing. Okay, yeah.
Do I see like there's a treehouse or something? Like,
Ooh, with that plus 18, I will say that you do see ahead in the forest. There does seem to be a massive construction of some kind, sort of rimmed in kind of strange, like fog and sort of soft light gray kind of fog curling around some sort of structure up ahead. It will probably take him, a couple more rounds to get there.
okay, if I could see it, I'll let go, and just watch and see if he goes like.
Understood. You
In-
let go. He actually has
Tuck and roll.
He actually has a passive perception of 14, so I am going to ask you to make a stealth roll, but you have advantage on it because you're so small and he is so wet.
Same.
This is
Really?
Wet ass gone.
It's double 11s.
WAK.
It's
I
also
will be.
13.
13.
close.
I'll say
Oh,
that
no.
he kind of like half turns around and spots you, but he doesn't stop for you as he keeps walking through the forest.
I'll just watch and see if he like enters, like if that's his home. Or what.
I think we will pause initiative at that point. And as Sha'Nehl makes her way down with all limbs intact from the tree, Dominic, you see Leo and Sha'Nehl, and you even Luminus. Yes, Luminus. You notice that he goes towards that structure at this point. It's kind of he disappears, a gorilla in the mist, and he is but he seems to have gone to whatever that structure is.
Does that structure seem familiar? Is there a mirror? Have I seen a version of that structure in our domain?
An interesting question. Make for me a history so mean. I'll tell you what, you can either have a really high DC perception check to see if you noticed something, or you can just roll a history check to see what you specifically remember.
I will have that high perception.
All right, make a perception.
You need to hit a 50.
It's a 40, 44.
It's a 73.
That definitely not gonna hit that with a. Nope, that's an 11.
There's some little bit of you that you're like, oh, I think I noticed something in there, but the placement of it, you're unlike Sha'Nehl, you don't have a great sense of like where things correlate to. in the
I do
material
not.
plane.
Yeah.
So, but you definitely feel he has gone to some large structure, large enough that it could even accommodate him. But like at that point, it's all kind of cloudy and misty, and even the ground near there is kind of covered in like curling, tendrils of sort of backlot smoke, as it were.
All right, then I will walk back to the group to tell Scrakk to make a note of it, of like
Okay.
where we saw Mr. Ape and where his house is.
Understood.
Because I definitely don't know his name's Ashkong, do I?
You don't know his name's Ask. No, that's just for fun. Okay, so you don't. You do not.
Just for fun.
You do not notice him. he does not notice you, but you guys see Luminus come back to you all and everyone. Though some of you somewhat banged up, he did not steal Sha'Nehl away, as was his goal.
Sorry, Dom.
Oh man.
Next time.
All right. Head
So I
count
wonder
here. Roll
why
call.
it was you and not the Duchess.
I mean, honestly, she's wondering that too, but she's not gonna say that out loud. She is questioning if her dress is low cut enough now. If the slit doesn't go high enough,
Are the
just what is
monkeys
wrong?
not interested? If the monkeys aren't interested,
If you're
that's why.
Miyazaki, you definitely don't have any fan service at all. So yeah.
That's true.
Dominic, you count all you are sort of looking for are accounted for here.
Oh man. Counted all 6 and
Damn,
not just
we
5.
didn't lose anyone.
Damn it. All right. Let's continue.
I'm still here, don't worry. I'm like taking Sha'Nehl back out of the woods.
Oh wait. Do I count Leo as 1 or 3?
Yes!
Yes.
All right. Very well. Let us continue.
Okay.
Find your friend, Tasha Brunotti. We've got this finding your friend here, right?
As you all carry on, you hear a strange sort of tinkling sound, almost as crystals and crystals. Clink,
Packing us
clink,
now.
clink, clink,
You
clink,
hear?
clink. And occasionally there's like a louder like sound. I will say that Luminus and Sha'Nehl, kind of like looking ahead, you notice that in the middle of the woods there is this odd area where these strange kind of constellations of crystals are falling down from the sky. Sometimes there are like 4 crystals just like in a line. Sometimes they're arranged in a square. Sometimes in a more of an L shape.
No.
There's 2 like this and 2 in this way. But what's happening is that as they are sort of drifting down, they're kind of falling in this very
Going all in.
unpleasing way, where they don't actually like make a full solid row at the bottom. There's like all these holes as they sort of are falling.
I'm upset because I'm not getting this one.
Really?
And the crystalline sound is kind of like bing,
Crystals threw me off. I was thinking Okami, but they never fall down, so I was yeah.
No, Okami is too deep in cut.
Can I
okay.
use my whip to try to arrange them into color matches as they fall?
No, there's no fucking color. The
no-
color doesn't match anything. They all match everything. Okay,
There's-
there's no color.
There's
You
no
just
way.
triggered
Shades of
Duchess.
gray.
Why did you say the
Shades of
trigger
gray.
word?
Duchess, you can walk over and go ahead and make a whip roll
Okay.
for me.
Not Duchess.
Sha'Nehl,
Sha'Nehl,
not
I'm so
Duchess.
sorry.
I'm like, I didn't ask the fucking question. I can tell there's no color anyway.
Oh no, this is bad. It's another 4.
You made it
plus-
worse.
What is my whip?
You rotate it in the wrong way, and now it's all messed
Yes,
up.
so that is true. So Sha'Nehl, I'll say that you notice 2 things. One, you move your whip up, and kind of the way you gesture with your whip is too much, and like your whip moves, but before your whip even touches one of these crystals, your mere gesture causes it to spin erratically, and then just plug itself into the worst possible spot, blocking off like 3 empty spaces. Like you could have actually made it.
Is this blocking our way on the road, or can we just keep walking?
I'm walking around it. I'm
Yeah,
just
like-
ignoring it.
You can walk around it if you choose.
Yeah, but what happens if we get a Tetris?
But
I mean,
you could walk around it if you wanted to. But Sha'Nehl, I will say that upon your wild gesture that caused trouble, you get the sense that if you just move your hand, you can actually shift it amongst this, kind of like these spaces of it. And if you kind of move your hand down, it will fall down to whatever the space is.
All right, I'll do that.
So you move it and the kind of crystals tinkle into the place. So Sha'Nehl, there seems to be a puzzle aspect. Would you please make an investigation roll to try to kind of clear some lines?
Oh, I rolled a 14 plus investigation.
Can
Plus
you make an
8.
S turn in there?
Plus
22.
Goddamn.
22. This is what explorers are for. So Sha'Nehl immediately begins moving the stuff, and after too long, she's twisting. She's doing the thing where an L shape will go down and then like shift over, and then suddenly. So after a few moments, Sha'Nehl actually clears a few rows. And when the rows clear, when the whole row is full of crystals, the crystals have this very pleasing like, and then they kind of, there's this bright light and they disappear, and it's very fulfilling.
Does it do anything though to help us out?
We don't get any magic item.
I mean, she's just cleared 2 lines at this point.
Oh,
Okay.
is there a number indicating a high score somewhere that we need to beat?
You don't see any numbers around, but you definitely feel like, you really feel like this is you're gonna have to,
Dedicate our lives to this.
you'll have to spend a little time. But so Sha'Nehl does this, but you are totally free to just carry on. What are you guys gonna do?
I mean, we are actively wanted by federal government for.
I think
Well,
I need
something
somebody
this
to
is
kind of kind of pull me away a bit, nudge me away.
And
So I don't keep doing it.
Leo's right there next to Sha'Nehl. Oh, this is so interesting. If you just turn this
Scrakk
Yeah.
comes up and says,
Boss,
I feel like-
what's conjuring
I
it is
feel
an
like this is a gift. I feel like we should.
Let's just leave him
on.
be. Let's just leave
This
him
is
be
a
and let's
gift?
go.
What?
All right, Luminus, Duchess, let's go and clear our names.
All right, so Sha'Nehl, Leo, and Scrakk. I'm gonna say Scrakk will be there too.
Yeah,
Of course he
Track.
will be.
Duchess. So Dominic, are you actually saying you, Duchess, and
Luminus,
Luminus should carry on?
my employees. I'll say my goal is to, get us back to the material plane without a federal.
Then
Bureau
we have
of
to investigate. But you're gonna need us.
something.
But okay.
So
Searching after us.
Okay, but are you comfortable leaving them here on the side of the road? At this point, Sha'Nehl, make another investigation, but you have advantage on it because both Leo and Scrakk are here helping you.
Out of character, no, never split the party. In character, Dominic totally fucking would.
But it's also these 3 fucks. Yeah, let them.
They caused the problems in the first place. Leave them.
21.
21 Sha'Nehl. As you're sort of moving them, and you actually have the highest passive perception. Leo and Scrakk are sort of noticing you, like, ooh, do this, ooh, spin it around. You score 3 lines at once. You make an L shape come down and clear 3, and it's very fulfilling. And you feel like you probably
This should do an S spin at one point.
you probably did an S spin there, but you have the sense that you've probably cleared about 10 lines at this point, and you notice that they're beginning to fall a little faster. Ooh, it's like a challenge.
Oh no.
Oh, we can't stop now.
Keep go. Wait, make sure you spin that one around. Yeah.
Is there
Oh,
any
there's
sort
a
of
formula to
sanity
the
check or something that I can roll to snap out of it?
I mean, do you want to?
Or is there a point when you have to actually put in a coin or have to pay?
You don't seem to need to put in a coin, but basically, Scrakk seems completely enamored. Leo and Sha'Nehl so far are playing. You notice the others discussing carrying on without you. But Sha'Nehl, you've got to go fast if they're falling pretty quick. Do you want to leave, Sha'Nehl?
Yes and no.
Okay. Well, you can always play for a little while. I mean, you go, see how.
Just
high
one
you
more
score.
line.
Just see what.
Yeah,
it-
just one more
see
line.
what you could do. Try to see what would happen if you cleared enough below that you could drop one of the 4x1s down and see if you could. What would happen if you cleared all?
Oh, to get a whole 4
four
to get an
rows
actual
at
Tetris.
once. Yeah, that's like the most you could do.
Yeah.
You want to keep
Actually,
going or
I'd
you
like
want to leave?
Just one more. Just another minute. Just another minute.
Just one more turn.
So she
Just
seems
one
to be wanting to sort of go. Dom, Luminus, and Duchess, are you going to leave them here?
Yes.
Okay.
No hesitation. Just like,
I'm method acting as Dominic here.
Wait,
Alright,
but
so-
what if me and Duchess stay behind? Would you go by yourself?
God damn it! You're my employees here.
Because emotionally, I don't want to leave them, but in reality, I do. So, what's
The rare case of the player being like, so the character would not want to leave them. I, the player, want them out of this party.
We're completely opposite here.
I want them
I'm not
there.
playing a character
I
unless
want
KJ
them
is
eaten,
absolutely
and I want
pissed.
new characters rolled up
Yeah.
who speak fast and stay on task.
I want
I
all of your
will
future
find
characters to
another way
speak
to-
in Boston accents here.
Sorry, I can't do accent.
what'll probably happen to Duchess is that she'll start trying to walk, carry on, but she won't be going anywhere, and it'll be like invisible hand is holding her back, and it's like her conscience.
You have the two angels here, angel and the devil here talking.
And they're both like, those guys are fucking annoying. Leave
Oh,
them.
I like that much better. No, she is doing the angel and devil thing a la Kronk.
Yes.
She's having
Look
a
what I
full-on
can do.
conversation and no one else can see it. That's what I want. That's exactly what's happening.
So basically, Duchess, the angel Duchess, is saying, you should save them because it's the right thing to do. And Devil Duchess is saying, he picked that bitch over you. Let her rock.
He picked that fucking doll.
Yeah.
Hey, doll is a nice thing.
So,
Like, guys and
the devil
dolls,
thing.
you know.
No, so she's gonna be stuck in conversation.
okay. So Duchess is, well, if she's stuck in conversation, Duchess, make a...
Persuasion
No.
on yourself.
This is actually interesting. Duchess, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw. This is nothing dangerous. Just make a wisdom save kind of against yourself in a certain way. It's more to...
Would this literally be a morality check, though?
Actually,
about to say,
yes.
yeah.
Oh my god. Well, yes, but I it's tricky because this isn't a morality situation. This is something else. No, actually, yes. First, make a morality roll. That's good.
Okay.
Make a morality saving throw.
That is a 9.
Okay.
Oh god, devil Duchess wins.
The devil is persuasive, but what is your perception modifier?
+4.
What is your?
And I'm proficient.
Is that? And then what's your wisdom saving throw modifier?
+2, not proficient.
All right, let's do wisdom saving throw. 15?
Yes.
Okay, so you really feel like you could leave them, but you're having the conversation and you kind of feel yourself walking after Dominic and Luminus, but like you could stop. You're aware that you're moving away from them. You're aware that they're leaving. I was going to say, had you failed the wisdom, you were gonna have been having a conversation and look back and it's like, there, you rounded the corner. But you did fail the morality, so that'll be fine. Who cares? It'll be nice to have some quiet.
Ooh.
I mean, are we
Duchess,
really gonna leave?
Imagine, if you will, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 days without hearing one of them stammer or stutter about whatever malarkey they're talking about.
Oh, another line!
Oh god. The fucked up thing is like we've seen Duchess's home life. It is just crazy loud all the fucking time. And yet you fucking idiots talking is just too much for her. That is like her life.
Duchess is like this. Yeah,
I've
you're like
seen her house.
Duchess. You could have the sweet, simple calm of jackhammers, alarm clock bells, people singing
And
opera
pies
in
that
the
scream as
shower,
you eat them.
pies that scream as you eat them, everything that screams as it everything's, the sweet, quiet sounds of Toon Mayhem, and not have to hear one of those nerds say a word. So I'm gonna say with a 9, you'll follow Dominic. Great. Hey, cool. Plot just got injected thanks to cartoon video game shenanigan nonsense.
Shenanigans.
So, I'm gonna do evens.
I get the feeling this is the doing of the what's her face.
Great. Dominic, Duchess, and Luminus, you continue on for a while until you come to a large group of trees that does seem different than the others. These trees seem kind of more foreboding. Fungi grow up the sides of them. Their leaves, though somewhat like crisped and sere, are much more sort of fanning out, and it seems darker underneath this area. In addition, do any of you have a positive anything to nature? Anybody have a nature modifier that's at all positive?
Nope.
Amongst
Are we
Duchess,
saying
Dominic,
zero's
and Luminus?
positive?
No, 0 is 0.
A +1.
Leo, you're not
Yeah,
there.
we're not there.
Shit!
See?
I would have a +4, but I'm not there either.
I have a
Oh.
0.
0,
None of us care about
I
nature.
did my best.
Cool.
F the environment here.
None of you recognize the numerous willows that are around the area. But
You're in trouble.
I will say, Dominic, you're kind of spearheading this. Give me an insight roll.
13 naturally on the dice, and +1, 14.
The 14, I will say that you have enough sense to feel like this place seems different, and it's about how far Sha'Nehl said.
All right, so wonder, do they have a doorbell or a? I've been hanging around tunes too much. I'm just gonna knock on a tree and say, hello. What did they call her again? I tell everyone. I don't want to say ha. That might be their word to say.
Daisy, Angry Daisy, Willow Crypt Willow.
Yeah, but you're
Crypt
not there.
Willow. That's it. I heard it
You'll
along the way.
remember it. That's fine.
Crypt Willow. Lady Crypt Willow, Miss Crypt Willow, the Crypt Willow. We are visitors from San Termino.
Jamino.
And Termino, boss.
As you sort of call
3
this
months,
out,
man.
you've knocked on a tree and called this out. After a few moments, what seems like the rustling of the wind shows a small sort of shrub with all these kind of leaves, just kind of these willow leaves.
I'm going to be very honest. I thought we were walking to a train station. I forgot we were going to a hag. I don't know that Duchess would have left them, but
Well,
it's fine.
We'll
It's
say
fine.
Duchess had forgotten, and now that she's here, she's like, ooh, bleak.
No, absolutely. That's
But
exactly what.
as you guys are here, one of the sort of like shrubs on the ground begins to like move towards you in this kind of eerie sort of way.
Is it a menacing move, or is it just like moving up to us? Non-menacing.
It's
move?
not too menacing. I
How
would
menacing
say.
could a shrub be?
It's a bit eerie, but it sort of it looks at you all, and then sort of kind of
Does it look like it's like? Is there eyes on this shrub? Does it? Can I tell it's
make a
looking at
perception
me?
check.
I'm 17.
You can tell there does seem to be some like gnarled roots within this sort of curtain that's shifting of these kind of, you know, like not perfectly looking willow, sort of weeping willow kind of around, but like there's some stuff from this willow shrub kind of looking, so you see there is some sense, and then you hear this weird like susurrousy whisper of like, and it seems to whisper throughout this grove. After a few moments, Duchess, Dominic, and Luminus hear singing that is getting a little closer.
Hear what?
Singing.
Singing.
Oh, singing.
An eerie sort of song, very, very harmonious. Something about, actually, all three of you make a perception check. I know Luminus will probably do this, but let's do perception checks to try to hear what's being said.
That one.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Understood.
Today is not my day.
What'd you roll?
Nat 1.
So a
Wow, the two perception guys.
So none
that
of you,
one.
you guys can't make out any of the words and you're all kind of straining to hear. And eventually,
I'm just too worried.
you, as you guys look, you see 4 figures emerging from the darkness ahead. They're sort of shuffling oddly. Their faces seem decayed, missing sort of eyes, missing noses. They do seem to be zombies. They are all wearing what?
Are they shuffling menacingly?
They're all singing. So if you find singing menacing, then yes.
But I mean, like, I don't know what they're saying. So like, they could be singing just like jingle bells, or they could be singing about ripping out my organs. Like, I don't know what
they are clad, however, all 4 of them are clad in straw-brimmed hats and striped jackets.
Not many.
Which seems like the jackets, like, they all seem to be around the same color value of gray, but
Okay.
but they seem, but it seems like maybe they used to be different colors, you know? Maybe it used to be a lineup of whatever. Back when there was color, they were different colors, but now they're all the same. But as they're sort of moving up,
Trigger warning, please.
they're all singing a song, and they're singing in this very close kind of barbershop harmony. They all have kind of like pussy willow flowers on their.
You're a ball peen.
Okay. Well, in any case, they come to you singing, and as they approach, you kind of hear from their eerie, raspy voices, kind of in barbershop harmony, like, "For I love you truly, truly, dear." Like a tooth falls out. And then they start singing like, "Good night, my little auto baby," but it's kind of
they're
like
barbershop
bum.
Is it actually good?
I'll roll a performance. No. But
They're zombies. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Actually, are zombies pretty common in the material plane
I
of
think
this
it's silly
universe?
to start asking about what's common because we just fought wet ass Kong.
Wet.
No, I mean
ass
in San Termino, I don't think we've ever dealt with zombies.
Wait, is that whack?
Yes, it is whack.
Macaroni in the pot. That's okay. Anyway, so the point being,
You're like, Khan made that joke.
in San Termino, it is not, it is not unheard of to see zombies, and probably during the war, you guys might have encountered more necromancers, but
Okay,
it
got
certainly
it. So
Can we tell what
necromancy
they
is
used to be?
What's that?
Can we tell what they used to be?
Make a medicine check.
Oh fuck. No, it was just a question. This is a wrong call. 19 actually.
They appear to have been elves. You can tell kind of the slight difference in sort of like bone structure, higher cheekbones. Those who still have ears, they're a little pointed. They were elves.
Okay.
Well, if they're not approaching menacingly, I'm just going to be relaxed. But if they do approach pretty close, even if non-menacingly, I'll tense up and ready to knock them over.
They approach close, but now they're gesturing like beyond them while singing about like, you know.
Huh. At least they've got a welcome committee. All right.
You know, sort of.
Let's go, Duchess Luminus.
Singing good
Yeah,
night.
what tiny songs are you gonna?
Well, while I do think earlier was the absolute right call, perhaps going forward we should have more of us. Safety in numbers and all that. Again, absolutely the right call at that point in time.
Fair. All right. So we'll make a rule then. I think I've heard this before. Never split a party, right?
Mm-hmm. So, would I have permission to drag them kicking and screaming next time?
Permission granted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Use those. What do they do in the tunes? You know, with the little hooks, the hook and crooks things that they use all the time.
Exit
Betty
stage
Boop.
here.
Yeah. That.
I have many methods, so.
I have my methods. Oh, so do I. You're talking like a true matzo now.
But despite these sort of thoughts for the future. Are you following the zombies?
Yes. No? Do you want to go back and get them now?
I mean, I don't know about go back. I mean, we can just enjoy the show. No, or
The zombies are kind of continuing to do a gesture of like.
yeah. There's
Good
3 more of us that we're waiting for. We're not a complete party. Perhaps we should let the people behind us go first. We're
At
okay
this
with
point,
that.
the 4 of
A
them,
single rider, maybe.
the 4 of them all just like gather around you and are serenading you. The stench of death heavy upon them.
I do
all
not
of us are
believe.
just-
I do
just
not
dead.
believe our patron is going to be patient with us. So I think we should probably just meet with her right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a bit late for that now, I guess. Never mind. Could I do a retroactive call? Could I?
A retroactive call? What's that?
Or just like, could we say that Duchess was leaving, like, I don't know, pieces of banana as a I don't know.
Tunes can do a lot, but they cannot rewrite the past.
Yeah. Actually, I bet
I mean,
that's
Toon sort of can.
Yeah, I mean they could literally rewrite the past, but in this case, that is you're not.
Fine. That's fine. That's on me. All right.
All right.
I am
Well-
going to leave a note that says, we were here.
A note that says-
That just was here.
It just says we were here
We're here.
with your kiss.
I
with
mean-
your lipstick kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, you can just leave that on the ground, and the zombies will conduct the 3 of you into the grove. Meanwhile, Sha'Nehl and Leo and
Ooh, that's a
Scrakk,
new record.
Oh
you're
my
doing good.
God.
I'm on fire.
Sha'Nehl, make another with advantage. Actually, Leo, why don't you make another? Why don't you both of you add advantage? Give me investigation rolls.
Okay.
Ooh, I hope yours is better than mine.
An 18.
Can Scrakk
Okay.
made one?
Scrakk is granting them advantage by Scrack's
Ah,
giving
okay.
them advantage through help. What did you roll, Sha'Nehl?
12.
So basically, Sha'Nehl makes a couple mistakes, and Leo basically shoves her aside, and he starts moving his hands, and you recover a little bit, but you have yet to score a Tetris.
What does that mean? What does score? What is it?
They haven't gotten when
The
there's
four-
4
the
crystals
full
all in a
4
row.
lines.
They haven't gotten those down
Yeah.
into a hole.
That's it. You haven't done that.
It's hard. Well, they came and
They're
it was a
noobs.
mess when they came here. They haven't even gotten down. They also haven't gotten down to bedrock yet. Once they're at bedrock, they have a lot more likelihood they can do that. But they're coming pretty quick.
They're new.
I feel like that was something we had to. No, never mind. It's not.
Oh no.
Is there
Enjoy
a
yourself.
frustration level anywhere in this?
No. At this point, you guys are doing pretty well. I mean, now Leo's taken over. But you're still helping him. You're still a part of it. It's still very fun. As you guys are sort of there, sort of doing this, you do hear a voice, sort of like behind you, just like when you guys like get like a near miss, you hear this sort of male voice just go, oh.
I'll
Can
turn
I
around.
just quickly look around?
If you glance behind you, there is a satyr, who seems to just be watching, and just in a very like polite sort of way, like, that's good. Ooh, that's real good. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Get the Come on, give him a straight one. Oh man, they didn't get a straight one. You also notice that you
This
can-
game is rigged.
He's backseat.
Seems like it, yeah. It's he's like complaining that the game's not giving you guys good pieces.
I go back to play.
Hello, and I turn back to the game. Nice to meet you.
This satyr able to properly count words?
What is that a reference to?
No, no, it isn't.
Well, what?
What is it a reference to?
Hercules.
Oh.
Oh my god.
No, it's only video game references today. And Dapper Days at
The
Disneyland.
Dapper Zombie Dans are not a video game.
And Emperor's New
Yes.
Groove.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess we're also Disney references too.
Look, wherever what we feel like in the fucking moment, because it's ever changing in this.
That does track with the Feywild, honestly.
But as you guys continue, you hear like another voice behind the satyr. This kind of like this feminine voice, just going, "Oh, cool. Oh, whoa. Oh, they're doing good." He's like, "Yeah, they're doing pretty good." And if anyone sort of glances over once again, there's now like a centaur and a satyr are both watching. Cool.
Nod to them and keep praying.
Very good. Well, as you guys carry on with your game, as Duchess, Dominic, and Luminus enter the grove of Crypt Willow, escorted by 4 singing zombies, who, provided they all had, like, if they had 2 more vocal cords between them, the harmony would be great. But
Yeah, I figured something like that.
as they sort of as everyone descends respectively into puzzle games and a hag's lair, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Awesome.
We have, like, in these last 2 sessions, traveled the distance of like half a mile.
Yeah.
No, it was at least you guys traveled 2 miles.
Okay, it was 2
and the
miles
rest of us-
today.
Yeah, the rest of us traveled about a mile,
Was it?
or maybe even more, mile and a half.
I think you guys made it about a mile and a half. That seems reasonable. The players made it a mile and a half and stopped. Everybody else made it a little more.
I feel like we used to get so much done.
I think
And we walked through this goddamn door.
I think
It's
that
the
That's
Fairylands,
not true.
man.
Do you remember Provinia when we spent like 8
I
sessions
mean, in
just
this
playing
game
house?
specifically, this
Oh.
game and these
I will
characters
say
needs to get shit done.
I will say this game
Now-
did a good bit did happen, like when we were reviewing everything that happened in our previous sessions, yes. But we're getting just like Stella got Kronk's new groove back, you know? Like it's just gotta I don't know.
It was-
That was a lot of words
to be
in a
totally
sequence.
derailed this whole thing.
How Stella got the Emperor's groove. In any case, you guys met some video game things. The
The
depths
Emperor's
of
Groove
my
strikes back.
knowledge of video game references was easily exposed. Cloud. Oh, okay. A Buster Sword, she says. I know what that means. In any case, thank you all so much for watching.
Making up words, KJ. None of these are real words.
We will be back next week with more fun here. On Friday, we will have more dark fun on Blood from a Stone, where things are heating up and vampirism, plant-based vampirism, is on the rise. On Sunday night,
Fucking what?
I won't tell you about it because I don't think you want to know.
Okay.
On Sunday, you can see Jeremy and me in I think what is the final session of a more Wretched Hive, Pierce's game, where the way Pierce has sort of described it is we're either going to die or escape. So
My money's on both, honestly.
I mean, I guess death can be an escape in a very dark sense.
Well, in order for Murdenki to learn nothing from his mistakes, actually, either way that happens, because either he dies or he gets away and there are no consequences.
Yes, there should be no guarantees in these things, but one guarantee we can make is Murdenki will learn nothing. So yeah, join us there on Sunday, and then on Monday we'll be back with Civilized Age, and that is all the games we have. Go to our Discord to see our recaps, all our other fun stuff. Go to the About page here on Twitch to learn about what our cool players get up to. That's all I've got for now, so until next time, thank you for watching, good night, and good Noir.
Not a single noir thing about this game anymore.